toxic masculinity? Let's talk about beautiful masculinity. This kid, Nick Sandman, the kid who's at the center of this awful media circus due to this incident that occurred at the Lincoln Memorial last Friday involving the students from Covington Catholic High School in the States and this man who's being referred to as a native elder, Nathan Phillips. This kid is the face of beautiful masculinity, of real masculinity. This kid is the perfect answer to the fashionable anti-male bigotry that we saw so clearly in that Gillette ad that came out just a few days before this incident. So what's going on here? So you have a situation involving three groups of people. Two separate groups of adults and another group comprised entirely of children. And all of the outrage, all of the judgment of morals and conduct is being directed at the group of children. And nothing has been directed at the adults who are involved in this incident. And this is despite the fact that now appears evident that the whole thing was sparked off by this group of adult men. I believe they call themselves Hebrew Israelites or Black Israelites or Black Hebrew Israelites. They're basically a cult out of New York City and in no way connected to mainstream Judaism. You had this group of grown men who were shouting racist and homophobic slurs at these children and shouting a lot of other extremely nasty and aggressive comments towards these children. Now there's some ugly language used in these clips that obviously I don't approve of, but it's important to remember this is what these children were exposed to. This is the language directed at these kids by these adults.
What you want to do? Look at all these dusty ass crackers with that racist garbage on. Look at these dirty ass crackers.
This is the religion of America. Let's make America great again. A bunch of child molesting faggots.
That's right.
Just like your damn Donald Trump.
That's right.
If you Google, go on YouTube, and you see your faggot president kissing Giuliani when Giuliani dressed like a drag queen.
That's right.
A damn faggot.
That's right.
That's all he is. A bunch of pedophiles.
That's right.
You want to wave high? A bunch of incest babies. A bunch of babies made out of incest.
Goddamn dog. Get rid of your lice.
Y'all sound like a bunch of dogs. This is a bunch of future school shooters.
That's right.
A bunch of future school shooters.
That's right.
Right.
He said this racist. What the hell is all this?
Right.
What the hell is you see a crackers with Make America Great hat on? Yeah, you's a cracker. You's a cracker. All of you crackers.
So did you see any condemnation or moral outrage directed towards these adults, these grown men in this situation, in the original narrative that was constructed by the media and projected at everybody? No, you didn't. In fact, these guys weren't mentioned at all. And so you have this group of adults, of grown men, taunting and saying vile things at a bunch of school children because they're wearing MAGA hats, right? And then you have this other group of adults, these native people, who decide to insert themselves into this situation on behalf of the racist homophobes. And you'll notice in this little clip that was filmed by one of the Hebrew Israelite guys that at this point the school kids are all sitting on the ground with their backs towards the Israelite people, And the whole thing's kind of settled down. It's kind of over. Until Mr. Phillips and his associates decide to come into the situation banging drums, and the whole thing kind of erupts again.
Look all of them. All these Americans. Go ahead, what you say? That's right. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. Here come Gad. Look at our Make America Great Again hats. Look at the hats. Look at the hats. We ain't taking. Look, we not taking. Look at Gad. That's right, Gad. Look at Gad. Look at Gad not playing. He came to the rescue. Our elder right there. Look at him.
So you have this grown man, Nathan Phillips, who's being treated as some kind of hero in all of this. You have him single out this kid, this boy who's standing on the steps in this crowd of high school kids, goes up to this kid, takes this position of intimidation with this young boy and starts banging a drum in his face over and over again. So the narrative that we wind up getting from this, because that's where the image that we all saw originally, you saw that image, and then the narrative that was connected to it was telling us that all of these awful boys had crowded into the space of this innocent native man who was simply doing his ceremony, and they were doing this to be mean to this guy. It was completely false. And it's not like all of this information wasn't available to everybody in the media, but this is what they went with, right? All of the vilification, all of the judgment, all of the anger, all of the hatred was directed at these children. And nothing was directed towards these adults who were part of this incident. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out why this particular version of the events were chosen to be projected to everybody. These kids represented everything that all of the morally excellent, wonderful, Trump-hating progressive left are encouraged to vilify, right? So they are male, they are white, they are Christian, and they have the wrong political opinions. And so this poor kid gets vilified as an evil, awful person, while he's got a grown man who has come up into his personal space, banging a drum in his face, while Nathan Phillips' friends yell, "White people, go back to Europe where you came from," to a bunch of children.
White people, go back to Europe where you came from. This is not your land. No, it's not. You've been here 2-3 generations. Compared to us, we've been here million fucking years. So get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Nick Sandmann demonstrated a degree of composure and restraint and self-control and good humor that should put to shame all of the grotesquely weak adult men in our society who are currently tripping over themselves to demonstrate their submission to this notion of male inferiority. This kid puts all of those men to shame. Because what he demonstrated there spontaneously was real masculinity. This is what masculinity, what being a man has always been about. About boys and men aspiring to and holding themselves to this kind of standard. To react under pressure the way this young boy reacted. This kid is the face of beautiful masculinity, and he should be recognized and celebrated for it. Nick Sandmann, you're awesome.
This is going to get ugly.
Never okay.